Hey guys, it's Ashley, and here are all of my thoughts on The Storm Runner by J.C. Cervantes in under 5 minutes. Or what I will attempt to make under 5 minutes, basically. This review does not contain spoilers, so you are free to watch if you haven't read already. So The Storm Runner is this amazing, high-stakes, adventure book all about Mayan mythology, and if you know nothing about Mayan mythology, you will learn a lot about Mayan mythology in this book, because Zane basically knows nothing. We follow Zane Obispo. He's this young kid who lives in New Mexico with his mom, his uncle, and his three-legged dog, Rosie. They live right next to a volcano, and they have lived a perfectly, usual, normal life up until this moment. Zane is Hispanic, but he's also disabled. He actually has a limp that he needs to use a cane for, which is really, really awesome to see that representation in a book, especially a middle grade book like this. Middle grade is, such a time when kids are getting into stories and realizing what they like to read and discovering different things. So I think that this is amazing that this was put into this book like this. Zane has a very strong personality. Like, the entire time he has such a great voice in the book. You were just laughing the whole time that he's talking. It just reminds me so much of Percy in the, early Percy Jackson books. It's just so wonderful to be back in that. Something that I actually really enjoyed about this book that I wasn't, expecting to see is that J.C. Cervantes kind of intertwines Spanish and English in a way that makes it really natural to read in this book. So there are times when instead of saying the boss is going to kill him, he says el jefe is going to kill him, and the Spanish words are not even italicized in the book, so it just feels like a completely natural, fluent flow of just this culture in this story, which I really love. Granted, if you don't speak any Spanish, you probably won't understand some of the words. They're really simple words. I was able to pick them up without even having to translate them, and I've only taken a few years of Spanish in school. You may or may not need Google Translate, but it's just so effortlessly done that I just absolutely loved every second of it. So Zane has a great voice. We also have a character named Brooks in the story who's really great. She's one of those really mysterious characters that you don't really know what's going on with her until the end, but when you do find out, you just appreciate her a little bit more. Zane's family is awesome. His uncle is hilarious, and he goes with him on this journey even though he knew none of this stuff existed in the past. Like, so cool. Something that I really loved. Did you guys know that in Mayan mythology there's a goddess of chocolate? Because there is. And it's kind of cool. Another thing that I really loved about this story is that while all of the gods themselves aren't truly present in the story, just like in any other middle grade mythological book that you read, especially in, the Rick Riordan sphere of things, Zane's father is actually very present compared to a lot of the other stories that I've read. There are lots of points of dialogue between them, even though it doesn't really start until the middle of the book, and you learn a lot. And they kind of develop this relationship that is going to be more explored in the second book by the way that this ends. It got me to feel like the gods in this book were a little less self-absorbed and a little more down to earth. Or at least Zane's dad. So all in all, I absolutely loved The Storm Runner. It's so freaking funny, and it just has such a great voice, and I'm so excited for the second one. So if you are at all interested, I will leave links down below to go pick it up yourself. That's all I got to say, because this is just really good, and I'm so excited for the second one, and I wish there was more to this story. I do, because I really enjoyed it. Like, a lot more than I thought I was going to. So that's super exciting for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you later. Goodbye!